She yelled, "You're nothing but a failure. I wish I'd gone out with your sibling from the start." In the midst of our argument, I replied, "Allow me to assist you with that." Right then, I dialed my brother. What he revealed to her about me rendered her utterly silent and alone. A 32-year-old guy, had been dating Ashley, 29, for 3 years, cohabiting for 1, and believed our bond was unbreakable until last Tuesday when it all unraveled over. Get ready for it. My refusal to sign a lease for a BMW. Indeed, a vehicle installment shattered our connection. It began innocently enough. She'd been subtly pushing for an elevated way of life for months. Her Instagram was packed with aspirational lifestyle posts, and evidently our Honda Accord no longer measured up. "Honey, all the folks at my office pilot something more upscale. It's mortifying arriving in that." "The Honda's fully owned and operates flawlessly," I countered. "That's a defeated mindset. You earn well yet act as if you're penniless." As a programmer, I pull in solid income, but I channel most into savings. Retiring young is my aim, not dazzling Ashley's colleagues. The dispute intensified. She dragged in every grievance. My dull attire of denim and button-ups, my inexpensive pastimes like video games and books, my feeble drive, avoiding career switches for minor salary bumps. Then she unleashed the grenade. "You're a total flop. Your sibling Dylan wouldn't endure this existence." Heavens, I ought to have chosen him. At least he understands enjoyment. My brother Dylan, the Wall Street whiz, owner of the sleek sports car and luxury high-rise, the one Ashley always turned flustered and flirtatious near during holiday meals. A switch flipped inside me, not rage, just finality. "You know, perhaps I can facilitate that." I grabbed my cell, video called Dylan. He picked up promptly. "Yo, man, what's going on?" "Dylan, speaker's on. Ashley's present and has a message for you." Ashley's expression morphed from fury to bewilderment to ashen. Hi Dylan," he greeted. "She just informed me she regrets not pursuing you. Views me as a failure, your take." "Up for swapping," Dylan chuckled, not courteously but a deep, roaring guffaw. "Ash, are you for real?" she faltered. We were quarreling and—" "Hold on, let me share a truth about my so-called failure of a brother," Dylan interjected. "See why I cruise in a Porsche? I'm buried under loans chasing the illusion of triumph. Why James sticks with a Honda? It's his outright plus the residence you're sharing and roughly $500K in diversified investments." Ashley's jaw dropped. Silence ensued. "That stagnant role he clings to. He's amassed more equity grants than my annual pay. Those frugal pursuits, he's been staking cryptocurrency from 2015 onward, retaining the bulk. Excuse me." "But the highlight," Dylan pressed on. "Recall my extended work excursion last year, gone for a quarter year. That was recovery for substance abuse, coke, since the facade almost destroyed me. James covered every cent. Didn't demand repayment." I hadn't anticipated that disclosure, Dylan added. "So yes, Ash, pursue me by all means. You'll adore the $200K education debt, the rented ride, and the flat I struggle to maintain." "Oh, and I'm lagging 2 months on that rental fee." "We'll chat soon," I murmured. "Ash, you listening?" Dylan probed. "If you truly deem my brother a failure, you're unfit for either of us." He disconnected. Ashley froze, her features flashing through feelings like a malfunctioning game. You've got $500,000. Closer to more, actually. The market's favorable lately. Why keep it hidden? How would that alter a thing? I'm identical to who I was moments prior. But we could have indulged more voyages, luxuries. We might have, yet I prioritize stability over show. If that's failure to you, then sure, I'm one. She attempted reversal. "I didn't intend it. Frustration got the best of me." "No, you did, and realizing your error on finances, yet clinging now. That speaks volumes." "What do you mean?" "I'm saying prepare to relocate. Crash at your siblings this evening. We'll sort details afterward." Follow-up 1, Ashley didn't depart that night. Rather, she feigned normalcy. Cooked my preferred meal, slipped into that outfit I favored, persistently nudged. "Let's advance dialogues." "Darling, pairs bicker. It's routine, we're tougher for it." "Ash, you declared regret over not choosing Dylan. That's no spat. That's enlightenment. I was heated over the vehicle issue." "No, you exposed your true perception of me and post-revelation on assets you wish to remain crystal clear." On Wednesday, she pivoted to sobs, endless weeping. "I cherish you, not your wealth. You flipped instantly once Dylan referenced my holdings. Unjust. Shock hit hard." Thursday, she unleashed full force. Phoned my mother. My cell buzzed mid-shift. "Mom. James, sweetie," Ashley rang in hysterics. "Claims you're evicting her over a trivial spat." "Mom," she voiced, wishing for Dylan. Extended silence. "She uttered that?" "Yep, that schemer." I never warmed to her. Assistance with her belongings? Heavens, mom's the best. Yet Ashley persisted. She contacted my father next. Dad, who'd schooled me on mutual funds at age 12, who pilots a 2-decade-old sedan though helming a thriving construction outfit. He messaged, "Your lady just pitched that you're cracking up." Informed her the sole crack-up was her bearing her essence. Bar her contact, kid. Friday dawn brought prime drama. Ashley broadcast on platforms. Post 3 years, he boots me for proposing lifestyle enhancements. Gals avoid males unwilling to evolve alongside you. Egoist warning, monetary mistreatment. Replies leaned sympathetic at first, her circle bolstering her. Until Dylan weighed in. Enhance means pressuring him for an unneeded BMW lease while you pitch zero toward expenses. Fascinating take. Ashley erased the entry in 60 minutes. Yet captures had spread via our social circle. Her sister Miranda rang. "James, what's brewing? Ashley's bunking here, alleging you snapped." Miranda, she confessed, longing for Dylan. She. That clarifies her dodging the dispute's core. "There's additional context, spill it all." The auto push, the failure barbs, the wealth unveiling, her abrupt reversal. Miranda's angle, she's wired that way, recall her prior beau, Tony. Ditched him for lacking drive. He's launched his own pipe-fitting venture, raking it in presently. Recurring trait, from teen years she gauges value via facades. Hoped maturity hit with you, evidently absent. I'll handle her. You merit superior, James. Follow-up 2. Saturday, Ashley arrived towing a moving van flanked by her attitude brigade, her mother Donna and confidant Kayla. Donna launched immediately. "How could you shame my girl thus?" Rendering her destitute over utterances. Not destitute, Donna. Returning to her flat. Right, Ashley maintained her own spot. She'd sublet it for side cash while residing here cost-free. That fact struck oddly. "You squandered 3 years of her youth." "Did I?" "Free lodging banked her lease savings, then labels me failure. Whose time frittered," Kayla interjected. "Truly terminating over a single clash? Males are delicate, not a clash." Ashley unmasked her fixation on optics and cash. "Falsity," Ashley objected. "I adored you pre-wealth knowledge, yet branded me failure assuming none." "Precisely." Then Ashley's facade cracked. "All right then, fine, you are a failure." What sort conceals such funds from his partner? The sort seeking affection for his core self. Manipulation, you probed me. No, merely existed modestly. You flunked an unposed exam. Donna tugged remorse strings. She devoted 3 years. She gained 3 years gratis shelter, balanced ledger. The packing dragged tensely. Ashley eyed non-hers items, the screen I'd procured, culinary gadgets, even lunged for my console. Joint possession. Doc's mine. Return it. I utilized it. For streaming. Hardly ownership. Each piece sparked skirmish. She'd invoke sentiment to untouched goods, the brewer she'd shunned for cafe runs. The fryer she deemed excess upon purchase. At last, solely hers loaded, Ashley spun for a parting jab. "Regret awaits. No female desires a dull miser hoarding funds. Preferable to one chasing solely funds." Kayla proffered insight. "Solitude with your vaunted assets till end. Possible, yet not insolvent beside a failure caller." They exited. Ashley accelerated showily, likely staged. Then message assault ensued, not Ashley's blocked, but unknown digits. Her allies, kin, assorted enablers. Scum for this to Ashley, she merits recompense for 3 years. You misled her feigning poverty. Latter amused me, no feigning, just refrained from parading accruing riches. Distinction exists. Follow-up 3, the intensification foreseeable yet draining. Ashley peddled we were near wed, meriting sustenance. Clarified, girlfriend's claim zilch. She recoiled. She invaded my job site, amusing, guards alerted. Mr. James and Ashley insists retrieving items from your space. She's never visited my space. Guide her away. She staged spectacle, howling of fiscal harm and pilfered union goods. Guards hauled her bodily. My superior, observing from his chamber, summoned. Turbulent split. She urged unnecessary BMW rental. He guffawed. My former craved yacht, relate. Time needed, nope, steady. If reappears, authorities. Yet Tuesday's twist stunned. Server at threshold. Ashley litigated for improper ouster. Lease excluded her. Sentimental harm via fiscal deceit. 3 years unremunerated household toil, discarding mutual holdings. The items she couldn't pilfer, some. $50K. Phoned attorney pal Richard. He scanned, cackled unendingly. Worthless scribble. Baseless, retaliate for pestering. Viable, likely not though comical. Opted formal rebuttal. Richard composed elegantly. Miss Ashley lacks basis. Mere visitor in Mr. James' abode. Zero rent, zero asset rights from his sole buys. Her deceit claims ironic, sans duty to bear finances to paramour. Advise Miss Ashley procure true advocacy pre-baseless filings. Meantime, Dylan relayed recon. Man, Ashley's messaging me privately. For real. I kicked off with miscommunication perhaps to coffee on James. Pursuing you. Attempting. Sent swimsuit shots. Midsuit against me. Tagged James shortfall your opportunity. Captured all. To Richard. Dunn also informed her I skip opportunist slandering kin. Her retort. Barred me, ranted on male toxicity and siblings abetting mistreatment. The suit fizzled. Magistrate glanced, tossed it. Ashley footed fees. Her mom's fury barrages legendary. You wrecked her score with those charges. Self-inflicted via nonsense suit. Deserved aid post 3 years. Owed not saved departure earned. Follow-up 4. The ultimate flare-out. Overplayed phrase yet apt from unforeseen source. Ashley snagged fresh bow. Finance type Garrett via app. Rushed, socially declared in fortnight. Typically indifferent, but Miranda alerted. View this. Ashley's peddling to Garrett I'm pursuing her. Captures of Ashley warning this chap I was fixated, hazardous, requiring shield from prior tormentor. Garrett, playing rescuer, barred me from his career profile. Error, hey pal, rumor you cling to Ashley, cease or trouble bruise. Ignore your digital wealth, I'll finish you, relayed to Richard. Threat documented. Restrainer, her or him, or duo, alluring, chose superior. Garrett at prominent finance house, profiled on professional net tied to social. No direct work ping petty, replied. Garrett zero contact with Ashley since exit month back. Zero stake in her or thee. Yet you menace textually from employer-tied account, captured to counsel, verify before threats. Plus, Ashley's prior ex Tony sues her analogously, search it. Cheers, hour later erased. 2 hours on, Ashley voicemails from varied lines. Sabotaging my fresh bond? Pitiful. Ignored, fate intervened. Garrett, finance savvy with scant wits, dug. Unearthed my suit record, open. Tony's too, public her cycle, he axed her. Broadcast her car pitch screenshots post-brief dating. Ashley's counter, alleged Garrett-I plot. I'd poisoned him with fibs, joint fiscal harm, even allies withdrew. Kayla alluded to authentic circles, severed follow. Miranda's closing note. She's unraveling, parental homebound, all males garbage, self-focus mode. Also BMW rental app denied. Fate's artistry, closing note. 3 months passed, tranquil, Ashley's terminal gambit. Extended missive on therapy, reflection, error grasp, doubly suspect, apology plea, utter disbelief. I discern now I prized misguided, you nailed it all, superficial, goods obsessed. Chat minimally, no reply, follow-up. Aware you're scanning. Minimal courtesy, note my remorse. Still silent, last, as vicious as claimed, shunning amends bears your core. There, sham contrition evaporated sans nibble. Textbook, conversely, my existence soared. Elevated to lead coder. Drive deficit rewarded. Seeing Rachel, book curator piloting a compact sedan, deeming pricey autos overcompensation. Dylan's thriving. Sober, ditched sports car, modest living. Mom welcomed Rachel to kin's supper. Ashley? Zero invites in 3 years, even nabbed newer compact. Cash. Latest buzz via Vines, Ashley's solo, parental nest, still preaching elite femininity, self-value. Sacked from office for platform dawdling on hours. Launched image guidance venture online. 11 fans, rants survivor of egoist harm, routinely. Tony, preemie ex, LinkedIn ping. Rumor she replicated with you. Apologies endured. You cautioned at outset, ignored, none heed. She's stellar initially. Her mask drop timeline, 2 years, yours 3. Enduring. Ejected when Rolex demand hit. She Rolex bushed. My pipe venture funds. Image boost, she said. Now fleet of vans, staff of 6, Timex loyal. Wise chap. You likewise evaded warhead. The irking bit, not finances, the failure slur. She truly saw steady work, frugal life, savings as flop. Dylan's lone lifestyle as victor. Craved success veneer, not substance. BMW sans burden. Opulent sans toil. Union sans regard. Rachel queried last week. Regret withholding funds earlier. Impact. Stayed wrongly or irked at non-spending. No triumph. Triumphed exiting. Her exit precisely. Outcome matches. Spot on. Ashley's departure prime boon. Illuminated undesirables in mate. Brand judgers prizing feeds over footing. Brother encapsulated in recent talk. She pegged you failure. Yet you've outright ride, growth stash, fresh lady valuing your essence. She's jobless, homebound, influencer aspirant with 11 fans, failure flipped. Ashley's no failure, she's adrift. Nuance. Adrift in fabricated feed realms, benchmarking versus rental exotic posers. But no longer mine. Mine's pondering extra diversified stakes or launching that property venture-eyed. Per Ashley, prime failure woes. I'd embrace that failure eternally.